And we're live.
Howdy.
Through the
Hello.
magic of the internet. What's going on, folks?
Not too much, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Doing good. I was out earlier. Fair warning, I've had a couple of beers already. I was out earlier celebrating some friends' anniversary.
Nice.
And then told them I had to run to this, which they were okay with because they're of near mint age also. So they were like, yeah, it's bedtime anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, we do this.
I've been drinking also, but I've been watching these two guys, Eddie Burbank, and then oh gosh, I always forget the other one's name. Anyways, they did this video where they went to all of the Margaritavilles in North America. And last year they went to all the rainforest cafes in North America, and they documented they went a whole road trip. So it's all in one go.
All right.
And I was so excited that this dropped. It's as if like a big, movie theater release happened, because I was like, oh my God, they've done it again. I couldn't believe.
Season 2.
And so I was like, let's watch, because they each put out their own video about that. So you see like the, who liked it more or whatever. And I was like, well, let's get a drink. Let's watch, at least 1 3/4 of that before the Near Mint Collective Live. So I recommend, if you're looking for like just a nice, fun road trip sort of deal, it is much more fun than it sounds.
Okay, what is it called again?
Just if you look up, just look up Margaritaville, or you look up Rainforest Cafe. I guarantee, well, maybe not Margaritaville. If you say every Margaritaville, it'll pop up.
Got it.
Because the Rainforest Cafe was so funny. And Margaritaville has not disappointed. And now I still never want to go to either. But I feel like I've been there. I feel like I've lived it.
2 beers in, spelling Margaritaville is difficult.
Dan, what's up? What's new? When did you always have Hot Rod behind you, aka Rodimus Prime, or has that been like a new moving all of him behind you?
That has been a development in the last, I guess, month or two. I can't remember exactly when. It was at the beginning of the summer sometime. But I had them on Billy's and realized that I could more easily optimize the whole collection with this behind me. And then it'd be a good background too. So, and, having it right there while I'm working has not been good for my wallet, because I just sit there and think about all the Rodimuses I don't have. So, that's when you end up with things like, this, a 40-year-old Japanese. It doesn't work,
What?
Is this one that Omar brought back, or is it something that you found on your own?
No, this is stuff I bought on my own, but like I have been ordering from Mandarake, and I've set up a Zen Market account to order from Yahoo Japan auctions and stuff. So like we're getting to the point where like I could sit there and flip through everything on eBay. It's like, yeah, I've got all that. So like I'm ordering, the like Keshigomu and decoys for the American audience, and just really obscure, stupid stuff that I should not be paying as much for as I am.
If it makes you happy.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, because I like people at home, and for Andrew, Mandarake is a Japanese store. It's a chain. Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I just like all sorts of weird stuff now. So
yeah, Mandarake is like my savior, because like chances are most of the things I want for my obscure interest is not found here at all, and so it's just me scouring Mandarake on the regular.
Yeah.
And me probably being the only person, like there's like 3 of us who are fans of this one movie. And I follow both of them on Twitter and like in Japan. And I'm like, they're probably like, who is ordering this like phone card or this like poster or this whatever all the way from here? But Mandarake is a store in Japan. You can order from it like elsewhere in the world, but it has a bunch of like great vintage toys and stuff. And if it is anywhere related to Japan, you can find it at a Mandarake.
Yeah, yeah.
In place
you-
to go to.
If you can find it there, they will ship it to you, and it will get to you within a few days.
It's quick.
Like, I mean, you pay for that, but like
Worth it.
compared to other, other people shipping from Japan and other, Asian nations, they put it on special pigeons.
Yeah, and in good quality. It's like
Oh yeah, I mean,
wild.
everything I get from them is packed just superbly. So
Yeah, when I was studying there in college, I went pretty regularly because there was a Mandarake in Shibuya, which is where my train stopped to go to college. I was like, this is the best. Because like walked down a bunch of stairs, looks really creepy, and I'm like, this is everything. It's everything you could ever want. James says Amazon Japan is also fast. Just took 3 days for a game to arrive. That's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I've ordered stuff. So my Amazon Japan story is that I ordered something there by accident. Like I didn't realize I had pre-ordered it, and then like I see a credit card charge come across. I'm like, what in the hell is that? And then a few days later, the Optimus amazing Yamaguchi Kyoto something, whatever those things are, Revoltech figure showed up. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I actually ordered that. I thought I just
Thanks
looked
to
at
me.
it. So maybe I was
Happens to me all the time. Okay, but did Dan get the voice command grin lock?
I didn't even look at how much it was, man. I saw the video of it transforming, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And that's as much as I looked at it, because I mean, I know how much those things cost, and I know what I'm not willing to spend money on, particularly when I've got to, buy Keshigomus for $20-$30 a pop. So
Happy birthday!
Hey,
happy
Tina!
birthday, Tina.
Hey, thank you.
How was your Japanese dinner?
It was really, really, really good.
Did you wear that animation?
Thank you.
To the Japanese dinner place?
No, I did not. Absolutely not. Actually, I was just sitting down and playing some Oxenfree 2,
Okay.
and I totally forgot about it. I knew exactly I would forget about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll join.
I love it.
That's okay. We apparently, as Newspool puts it, the notice for the stream live didn't even go out. So, YouTube's dropping the ball.
Andrew,
hey, we're just here to hang out.
It was just me. It was me. I was slacking.
Damn, Andrew.
That's
I
what
kind
got
of
for
do
doing.
as much.
Yep. What's
Well,
new, Tina? How are
yeah.
you doing?
I am tired. We've been out like shopping like crazy because Heather's day buy whatever, and I'm like, this is dangerous words. You do understand?
Oh man,
that.
I took the day off. I should have told you I was off. I could have helped you out. I've been a bad influence.
Right.
Yeah.
What'd
yeah.
What'd you
Any
get?
fun?
What's the haul?
Yeah.
I got Wizard
Wizard
card
Kitten.
game, Wizard Kittens, Doomlings.
Cute.
I got Tuki. I got
Yeah.
which is what the computer's sitting on.
Mhm.
I got other things. I got like a Bee and Puppy Cat teach. I got my cross stitch magazine because I'm an old. No, I'm serious. Like during like July, they release their Halloween in October, so I get it every year because I love crossy Halloween.
It's not just old
cross
people
stitch.
anymore, Tina. It's okay.
No.
No, it's not. It's okay. It's also me.
Yeah, Sarah's all over that stuff.
Hey, I cross-stitched a Wolverine when I was in middle school. So,
Aw.
I mean,
that's
back
that's
before
awesome.
comics were cool.
What? I don't think I knew this. What?
Like video game sprites for friends before.
Yeah.
Quotes from improv
El
musicals
Deltarune,
for
Mother.
me for my wedding.
Andrew, did you not have to learn how to cross-stitch in home ec in middle school?
We didn't have home
They used to do like those math problems where boxes and it would display a picture. Do
Yeah,
you
no,
remember
I
those?
never
Oh,
had to
wow.
learn to cross stitch in like home ec or anything.
Yeah, I think home ec probably got replaced with some, I don't know, religion class or something like
Yeah.
that in middle school.
Some
We did,
Catholic school class.
yeah, we didn't
Oh, were
have
you both
home
in
ec.
Catholic school?
Yeah, well, I was.
Are you guys culturally Catholic or not? Family?
Raised Catholic.
Yeah.
No longer. Yeah.
I was, you know, I had to learn how to cook chili
Wow.
and stuff. I had to learn how to sew. I had to learn how to cross stitch. Cross stitch Wolverine. What else are you gonna do?
Perfect.
You know.
It's pretty awesome. There you go, Tina.
Well, what's new? What are you
Thank
guys
you.
watching? It's been a bit. What shows are you watching? Are we watching the same ones? What are you reading?
I just finished watching Silo, so I'm a little behind on that. It's been out for a little bit.
Oh.
Yep. Silo is out on Apple TV. It is. I really, really, really liked it. Like it was 10 episodes, first season. I'm sure there's gonna be a second season. Yeah, it's solid. It's kind of your. In some ways, it's a very standard formula. You know, you've got some characters who live in this weird dystopian world, and everything is not apparently what it seems to be. There's something beyond, right? Yeah. But I really, really, really dig the setup that they've got going on with the characters they've got going on. Yeah, and some twists that I did not expect at the end. It's solid.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish it.
I think it's based on a book series.
It is based on a book series.
Okay.
Harry Potter.
Exactly. Yes. Spoilers. Yes. It was all Snape.
Well, and also Foundation is starting up on Apple TV, which Ed and I both watched. It's based off an Isaac Asimov book, which I believe Dan's read, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Foundation.
love the Foundation series. I'm afraid to watch it.
It's so good.
Oh, it's good. The show is solid.
But great, I haven't read the
know,
book.
but like, here's the thing. Foundation is, for a lack of a better term, such a foundational work for me. The Foundation series. It's kind of like Ender's Game used to be until I watched the Ender's Game movie and was like, oh, now I'm disillusioned forever.
Well, and that
because it was
sucks
not great, you know. So I'm kind of content to let Asimov's Foundation be the only Foundation that I know.
That's fair, because I've considered reading it, and I'm like, well, how will this affect my watch?
Are amazing.
The books are amazing, but they're definitely of their time. I mean, you know, it's solid like 50s, 60s sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, hard science sci-fi.
I'm fine with that.
You know, and it's like I don't know what I can say because I don't know how closely the series follows the storyline of the books.
I have no idea.
I mean, I know you got like Harry Seldon, but then
yeah, you do.
You know, like the whole concept of following, because Lee Pace is like the emperor of space, right?
Yeah.
And you know, that's not really a character.
Oh, really? Because that part's so interesting. Because it's all
the books are basically a series of vignettes.
Okay.
In a lot of ways,
okay.
That just kind of skip across time and go forward.
It might be okay to read it. Maybe it won't affect how I feel about it then. Because they're skipping along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that the Emperor has cloned himself, so people at home, like with the Foundation of the show, this empire, the first emperor has decided that he will not have children. That's not how the lineage will go. Instead, they will just clone themselves. So it'll always be the emperor. So the young emperor, and then like, I don't know, 30s, 40-year-old emperor, and then like 60-year-old emperor until he dies. And then when the oldest one dies, they bring about the new one. And then in perpetuity, so forever. And that's how it's supposed to go. But it's very interesting and very math heavy. It's very good.
Yeah, I'm digging the math in it.
Hi, really Cosmo.
Cosmo.
See, like I want to know about the series, but I don't want to ask the questions that I want to know the answers to because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything. Mm-hmm. So I'll just have to read Wikipedia or IMDb or something,
or just watch it. You know.
All right,
or just watch it. Yeah, but you know, then I wouldn't be able to watch 6 seasons of Justified in 3 weeks.
Oh, in time for the movie.
Well,
There should be a movie.
Lori started watching it. She didn't know why it was all of a sudden showing up in all of her social media stuff, and didn't really figure that out until like we had finished the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's because there's a new series coming out. Got it.
Or a new series. Yeah, that's what it is. Not a movie, I guess. Yeah.
So
For folks who don't know, Justified takes place in a fictional central Kentucky, slightly unlike our actual central Kentucky, and so it's some of which is like very close to home. So it's I crack up when I hear references to is it the Frankfurt Mafia or the
Frankfurt Mafia, but like the series takes place in Lexington and Harlan County primarily.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What is this?
Of course, when they're driving through Lexington, it's like, suspension of disbelief breaks down because you and I know that's not Lexington. Every now and then they'll mention a street and they'll get like the street names right. Like they made a reference to the courthouse at Limestone and Bar. And I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. Somebody did some research. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, right, when the series came out, if I had watched it when it came out, I wouldn't have had this problem. But watching it now that I've worked at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Lexington, it's not just the outside scenes that I'm like, that's not real. It's the inside scenes too. Like, that's not the U.S. Attorney's Office. That's not,
Well, Queen's Gambit's similar, right? Because that's also in the beginning of that set.
What's that?
Queen's Gambit is also set.
In
Kentucky at the beginning.
I got through 5 minutes of that because it's like Tate's Creek High School. I'm like, that's not Tate's Creek High School.
No, and she mentions New Circle Road, and I was like, really?
Huh? I did not know this. Hey, dude. Man, that's a throwback.
Yeah, that's what we've been watching. 10-year-old TV now.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And the first few episodes of What We Do in the Shadows, the new season of that.
I haven't watched it. I watched the clips,
really want to watch that.
I need to watch it because everyone talks about it.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean,
all the clips I see of it look amazing.
Oh,
Tina, I feel like if you watched it enough, you'll cosplay from it. I just feel like that's going to happen.
I mean, if you like Matt Berry in anything, you're going to like Matt Berry in this. So,
especially Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And I'm glad that you know what it is, Dan, because I love it so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone should watch it. Andrew, please watch Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. I have it on DVD.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is what Maddo would have been if we'd had a slightly higher budget. And by slightly higher, I mean like $100.
It's you gotta watch it. It's so bad on purpose. It's so good.
It is absolutely wonderful.
It's like Stephen King got to have a TV show where he was the main character, and he's very like way too into himself the whole time. And also the editing was very bad, and no one checked to make sure they were holding the same prop at the same time. Oh, it's so good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, yep. I mean it's perfect.
This is perfect. Really is.
Yeah, I think I actually wrote that down. You mentioned this previously, and it is, if I'm not mistaken, close to the
Listen, if you want to think at your house, Dan and I will be there. I'm going to volunteer Dan to also be there when I'm there.
I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's the hang up. I don't have Hulu. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
I have it on DVD. It's okay.
But there you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Drinks are welcome while you're watching because it's very funny.
It sounds like they're appropriate for this. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't smoke, but I feel like if people do, that would be an appropriate thing to do while you're watching.
Sounds like that would also be a thing.
A nice cigar.
I mean sure. the Mary Jane. The
marijuana. The Mary Jane.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he's already been on one.
No.
Stealing the camera every time.
Nice.
I love that little baby.
He's a fluff ball.
I don't have any dogs near me. Well, Moose is sort of nearby, but Robin's somewhere.
Oh, I hear cats.
Yeah,
we got another dog right now.
Do you?
We're dog sitting. Yep.
This is Opal. She's a rodent of unusual size.
Oh.
US. Sorry.
That looks like it's painful, Maddie.
She just has a plan of her own, you know?
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Well, what else? What's everybody into? What's happening? What's new? Anybody
We saw
watch
the new
Ted
Indiana
Lasso?
Jones movie.
How was that?
It was fun to watch.
Okay.
It was, far better than the last one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is great and everything.
I do love her.
Yeah, she was really great. I'm trying to convince Lori to watch Fleabag now. We'll see. But
She should watch Fleabag, and then she can talk to me about it because I will talk about Fleabag any day.
yeah, Fleabag's wonderful. I was not disappointed. I enjoyed watching it. I don't know that it's a movie that I will feel the need to watch periodically like I do the 3 Indiana Jones movies that we acknowledge. But I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
Gotcha.
only ever watched one Indiana Jones film movie.
Wow, which one?
Was it the Crystal?
Ooh,
I don't remember actually.
I hope not.
Okay, did you get
Yeah,
scared
that's
in the middle of it? Did you have to hide behind the couch?
I watched it as an adult, like within the past few years. So I don't know.
Yeah, I still ask the same
Elliot.
question.
Yeah, it still
What
applies.
Indiana Jones have you ever watched? Huh? Raiders of the Lost Ark, he said.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's-
if
So that's
you
the one
didn't
I've
leave-
seen.
If you didn't have to hide in the middle of the film, then it wasn't Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. yeah.
Okay.
So
So that's the one. I need to add that to my list. So I finally watched all the Star Wars, right? And then got really into that. So now I haven't watched Goonies, so I've got to fix that. And I've got to watch more Indiana
Yes.
Jones. And
What about
Lost
Back-
Boys, because I haven't watched
what-
Lost Boys.
What about Back to the Future? Have you
I've
done
seen
that
Back to the
trilogy?
Future.
Okay.
what about 1984 Dune?
No,
Oh.
actually, I've only
With-
watched Children of Dune, the
uh,
miniseries. That's the
Kyle
only Dune I've seen.
MacLachlan and Patrick Stewart and
Mm-hmm.
I love Kyle
Sting.
MacLachlan, so I haven't seen the new Dune either. So I almost prefer to see old Dune.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy old Dune. It's ridiculous, but
Yes. Yes. Newspoo, you're totally right. The Star Trek, the great Star Trek movies of the original Kirk Spock movies, at least, and that kind of flows into the next gen movies also. Always the even numbered ones are strangely
Okay.
way better than the odd numbered ones. And for Indy, it's the exact opposite.
yeah, that's fair.
Real quick, James watched Sleepaway Camp. It's so good. It's so good.
Sleepaway Camp. Wait, what's the Sleepaway?
It's wild. It's not one of those like summer camp slashers things, but it goes away you would not expect. Jessica's
1983.
been recommending me a lot of like random slasher movies or like cabin slashers or whatever. And so she had me watch this, which blew my mind because the ending was not what I expected at all. And I'll never forget it. So this and then Slumber Party Massacre, which apparently Slumber Party Massacre was written in somewhat of a female gaze by a woman who is mostly known for writing one of the best like lesbian books of all time, Ruby Fruit Jungle. So she wrote that and then wrote Slumber Party Massacre, which
Wow.
is fantastic.
Wow. All
So
right.
if you like campy horror, please watch Sleepaway Camp with me even. Please, if you guys watch it, I will watch it again.
So
That
you
and Slumber
have
Party Massacre.
a whole horror themed night with Garth Marenghi's Dark Place
Yes.
and Sleepaway Camp.
Guys, listen. We gotta stop hanging out, just talk about this stuff. We gotta hang out and do things that instead. I'll bring snacks.
Random
Good
tidbit.
Discord movie night.
Yeah,
Yo.
no, in person with a charcuterie
Random-
board.
Random trivia. Sleepaway Camp. I have no idea how prominent this character was, but the character of Ben was played by Robert Earl Jones, father of James Earl Jones.
Oh,
Did not know that was a thing. Yeah.
well.
You didn't know he had a father?
No,
Rob-
not at all.
Rob, what are you
I
doing?
figured it was immaculate conception.
He just
you know.
read it down.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Hi, Rob.
And God made James Earl Jones directly.
I mean, come on. He's got that voice.
Oh, Angela
It
Sleepaway
makes
Camp
sense.
documentary. That's really cool. She is
Nice.
she's usually here at Scarefest in Lexington.
Hmm.
I can't talk anything more about it because it'll ruin the surprise for the ending. I listen, Siri. I know I talk about hanging out, so we never make it happen. Listen, if someone can make a sleepaway camp, sleepaway camp / Garth Marenghi's hangout happen, I would be really happy.
Sleepaway camp. All right, adding it to the list.
Yes,
Hey, speaking of things to see, is anybody seeing Barbieheimer?
absolutely on Sunday. Not
No.
Oppenheimer though.
You want to see Barbie though? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would this weekend, but Lori's out of town, so she wants to see it too. So I'll wait.
Yep. I think we're gonna sneak it in. We've got a slam-packed weekend, but we're gonna sneak it in early next week, hopefully.
Very excited for Barbie. Oppenheimer, wasn't as excited about, and I'm gonna probably see it for a very vapid reason, and I feel comfortable admitting it. It's because Josh Hartnett is in the film, so I think I'll see it because he's in it.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. It's acceptable.
Wait, what? We're getting an NMC quiz night with you guys, quiz fighting against each other for something cool, like a pub quiz.
Is this like a drinking game if we start saying certain things?
No, this
Like
is the lead
quizzing
into
each
our
other?
new show.
I would
Good segue.
gladly, T and I will gladly run like a pub quiz type style thing for everybody.
Okay, yeah, I want to.
I did one for Maddie's birthday, and I'm doing one again for my.
Yeah. I lost my birthday one. It was questions geared towards me. Now, I was winning, but at the end, I bet all my points and I lost because I wasn't aware that Kiki's Delivery Service came out before I was born. Because I had to, you had to put these movies in order of time. Yeah. And I knew I was born the same day Terminator 2 Judgment Day came out. But I thought, I'm sorry. I thought Army of Darkness came out before I was born. It came out after. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Yep.
Oh,
sorry.
That's right. Speaking of birthdays, we talked about Tina's birthday, but also since the last time we were live, we've had 2 other birthdays. One of which just disappeared off camera, but yours is the other one, Maddie. Yes. How was your birthday?
It was good. Tina did a little game for me. It was very low key. Normally I do a run fair, I do a whole big party. But this year I was like, I think I need something a little more chill. And then I went to a cabin, hung out. It was good. And I got a huge Horizon Zero Dawn Lego set, which is very exciting.
Oh, yeah. Have you started on that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I haven't finished it yet, but I'll post it on Instagram when I do. But yeah. I haven't gotten Lego since I was a kid. So getting a Lego set for my birthday was like pretty hype.
Which Lego set?
It's from Horizon Zero Dawn, the video game. So it's a big, tall neck robot.
Mm-hmm.
I got some Legos for Christmas. I'm gonna dig those up in a minute. Yeah. Finally got the.
Have you seen the dried flower Lego sets?
The mini
interesting
sets? Yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm. They're very cool.
Mm-hmm. Finally, a flower I could keep alive.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Dan, we were saying
so good to play Legos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dan, what did you get for your birthday?
While you walked away, we were talking about birthdays that we've missed between the last live stream and this one. How was yours?
It was. We were in DC for my birthday, and we went to Mount Vernon. And then I got caught up in a bunch of injunction BS, so had to work through a lot of it. And then we went to the new Air and Space Museum outside of Dulles, where the space shuttle and the SR-71 and all that are. And that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So that was awesome. So it was great. It was great. I had a good time. Other than the, having to work for the entire rest of the vacation.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. But Air and Space was really cool. So if you haven't done that, if you've only done the Air and Space on the mall, it's worth figuring out how to get out to Dulles to see that if you're in that area. Because, so they've got, like I said, Space Shuttle Discovery, the Blackbird, the Enola Gay is there, The
Oh.
the oh the Concorde is there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, if you are at all enamored with planes and flying things, it is like it makes you feel like a kid again. It really does.
Cool. Yeah, I was in DC in June, but it was only my second time, so it was like a limited amount of time to go do stuff.
Yeah, the next day we were in DC proper, and I forgot. So Andrew and I went to DC in high school, and our teacher that took us, Mr. Roach, had had wisdom that you can't do more than 2 Smithsonian's in one day, and I forgot that and tried to
Incorrect.
schedule like 4, and it did not work. It was we were so dead by the end of it. So
Yeah, we went to a couple of Smithsonian stuff, but I was like, we can't do all of it because it took so long for us to walk over there from our hotel.
Mhm.
I had no idea because last time I was there, like first time I was there was like to go visit. It was like a college or like grad school trip, so it was like important. Go to the think tanks and visit the Department of Energy and move.
yeah.
So it was nice to at least go to a couple of them this time, do like a real DC.
I mean, all the Smithsonian's are great. We went to the American Indian one this time for the first time, and it's just amazing. So
Yeah, we went to the Asian Art Museum. How excited are you for every time I see a Haunted Mansion? I think about you, Dan. Are you excited for the film? Are you not excited for the film?
well, it's funny when we went to see Indiana Jones, the trailer came on, and I look over at Lori and I'm like, you know what, that'll be fun, but that's like Disney Plus fun, not coming to the movie theater.
Oh,
fun.
absolutely.
And then
Oh, yeah.
the very next thing was an ad for Cinemark that was like, when Haunted Mansion comes out, it's going to be much bigger on the big screen than on the screen. I was like, okay, I don't appreciate that I'm being contradicted by the movie theater, but yeah, so I anticipate seeing that on Disney Plus. I love me some Haunted Mansion, but it's like I love the ride, the concept.
Right.
As other media, I'm less interested in. Like I've not
Okay.
read the Haunted Mansion books. Granted they are.
I feel like
I
they
didn't know
just
there
did
were
the movie a
books.
couple years ago too.
It was more than a couple
the
years ago.
other Haunted Mansion movie is not good.
No.
So
I never saw that.
I mean, this one from the trailer looks like it is much more concerned with actually like kind of sticking to the storyline of the ride,
Yeah.
which is a weird thing, but we'll see.
James, I believe Dan is not going to see or hasn't
That is
seen.
correct. I am not going to say that will also be a small screen film for me. I just can't get my heart broken again, guys.
That's fair. I was like really excited to see Rise of the Beast, and the closer it got, I was like, listen, Maddie, you love Beast Wars. This is not Beast Wars. You're gonna get in there and you're gonna get bored. Watch it at home while you're at work or something. Have it on the
Mhm.
background. Maybe that's the best way to go see it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the comment I'm laughing at. Yeah, it's the 5th least worst film in the series, which, if I'm doing my math, means that it's number 3 in your ranking, which makes me curious as to what movie other than Bumblebee goes in front of it. But yeah, I'm sad. I may have said this before. I can't remember, but we were driving the other day and we're sitting at a stoplight, and I look across the road and see that the Ken Towery Auto Center has like got a big Transformers promotion in it, and it's like, you know what, that breaks my heart. Like I look around and I see these things, and it's the version of the things that I really don't care about.
Yeah,
and that's kind of sad, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
That's gonna happen.
Rising tide raises all boats.
I've got a fun thing to show and tell.
Andrew, keep that in the bedroom.
Hey now, easy,
Right?
easy, relax. So this is actually not all of it. There's another part that needs to be hooked up. So we're doing some more Star Trek shooting tomorrow.
That's what she said.
Saturday. Star Trek filming on Saturday, and we needed to. We're stepping up our game with the audio, so it's kind of hard because of the background here. But yeah, I got myself a nice little wireless extendable.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice boom.
I got to see some of the clips that Andrew's been working on. They look really good.
It's been fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to. I've been working with this crew for a while now, and the main producer has been very gracious to say, "Hey, I recognize that you like to do some editing. Would you like to do the next one?" And so,
nice.
I'm currently editing one, and we're also shooting the one after that at the same time. And it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So it's I was telling Maddie the other day, it's like stretching the old muscles that we used to do when we did our intros back in the day of the near mint condition panels. And
which is the best part.
Except this time it's like 15 minutes long, 10 to 15 usually. Yeah, something like that. So it's a lot of fun. I'll be posting stuff. Once those next ones are available. Actually, I think I've shared the latest one before. I might share it here again in the chat in just a little bit because it's been a lot of fun and recently won some awards.
Hear me out, Andrew.
Yes.
What if you just showed up to record? Everybody showed up to record at the same time without any particular plan or script or ideas.
Okay.
And you just recorded what happened, what the people came up with on the fly. I hear that's a very successful way of recording things.
Are you trying to ad-libs it or Mad Libs?
That's basically every intro we ever recorded. That's
true.
Yeah,
we print sometimes.
Plan.
We wrote out some rough scripts before.
I mean, occasionally people would bring a prop or two. That's true, but those were kind of few and far between. The other ones are us singing the Full House theme song.
God, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. I still hope that it got demonetized, right? Even though it does not sound at all like the original.
It's not even close. No. Oh my gosh, not even close. Yeah, here we go. Curb Your Enterprise. There we go. We got the show name. I love it.
Curb Your Enterprise.
That's perfect, Adam. Yes.
I guess we could do some panel stuff towards the end of the year. That's just like our top for the year or whatever. Like our Oprah's list of books, but it's just like us.
Also showing up with no plan. Yes. I like it.
I watched and read a lot of stuff this year. I'm ready.
Yep. So anyway,
what have you all watched lately that you enjoyed?
I watched Black Mirror. Love that. I watched an anime that was really, really cool. Especially if you're into Japanese history at all. It's called Ooku, and it's on Netflix. And it focuses on the Tokugawa period. It's still like the shogunate. Like around the time that they were only they closed off the borders, only meeting with the Dutch. But in this scenario, an illness has befallen most of the men. So the male population has greatly declined. It studies at about a fourth, one man to every 4 or 5 women. And so all these women have taken on these roles that were traditionally male roles, including role of the shogun. And the oku means the inner chambers. That's where the concubines would live for the shogun. Mm-hmm. And now they're full of men. And so it's how does that affect that time period? What does that look like? It's very interesting. And I know it's a manga series as well, but I watched the anime and I'm in love. And so part of my goal before the end of the year, unfortunately, I watched this after my birthday. If I watched this before my birthday, I would have asked for this entire book series because I'm very enamored. Now, there is some trigger warning sexual assault in there, but it's mostly oh my God. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's very interesting. It's very good. And so if you're into Japanese history at all, it's really good.
You said it's on Netflix?
Mhm.
I
Yeah, as soon
really
as I stopped Netflix, they came out with that. They also came
can
out
use
with
my
My
account,
Happy
Tina.
Marriage.
Oh my God, Tina, watch My
Which
Happy
is good.
Marriage.
Already did. I've watched
Okay.
3 episodes. They've come out with on Crunchyroll. The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again, which is one of
Oh,
the
so
series
good.
that I'm collecting, which is
It's this
nice.
lady whose cat's really big and takes care of her.
Right.
Listen. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's really good.
It's really good. It is animated by On Hands, which is a studio that's known for their like weird angles, but they've toned that down a little bit. And then if you haven't watched Oshinoko, you should. I'd suggest that.
I
That one's
literally don't know where to watch
big
it,
right
Tina.
now.
Hey, it's Rob.
Oh, Rob
Why did
appeared.
my voice break? Am I going through
TikTok
puberty?
is
What
how I've watched it.
Whose dog is that? Is that you,
I don't know
Andrew?
whose dog that is.
Why do the dogs start barking when I appear?
You've seen the Terminator, right?
Stairs. Rob, what is up? What have you been doing? What have you been watching? We've been playing?
Hello.
What's happening?
Sorry for the delay. There are 3 video games I want to talk about.
Okay.
Did you already talk about Tears of the Kingdom?
No, but it's good.
I think that was Dan's puppy or dog.
Yeah.
So thing number 1 I want to talk about is Tears of the Kingdom. Hey Adam, what's up? So Andrew, you had asked, should I finish Breath of the Wild? Should I do Breath of the Wild in relationship to Tears of the Kingdom? Also, I rewatched the Zelda video that you edited for us many moons ago, and it made me cry with nostalgia. Yeah, I want to cheat. So here's my hot take on which is the best Zelda. Hot take. So I'm about 50% in. I've done some temples. I got the Master Sword. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm farther than Rob.
Yes, because you don't have little kids that are like, Daddy, I want to see the cutscenes. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go grind and find a shrine. So, Maddie, I'm going to try and make some more progress so we can talk about, because I really want to talk to you, especially about some of these things that's going on. But as far as witches, of course, Hayden, do you know me? I'm not going to spoil anything. The Master Sword is in the game, so I don't know if that's really a spoiler.
Yeah, it's a Zelda game. Master Sword.
It's a Zelda game, so of course it's a Master Sword, right?
Oh my God.
Hey,
is this a full house?
Oh my goodness, Omar!
Happy
He's
birthday!
in Japan, and he like duplicated his background.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
It's all green screen.
All green screen.
Rob's been
All
talking about
green
Tears of the
screen.
Kingdom.
Omar, I'm
Yeah.
just going to talk about Tears of the Kingdom. I'm going to cheat. What is the best Zelda game? Which is better? Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom? What's the best? Where does it fit into like your top 10 Zelda games? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to say Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are together. Like if I had to say which game was more fun, I would
That's
probably say
fair.
Tears is more fun. But they have to exist together just because of all the story beats that Tears can't happen without Breath, but Tears can't be as great as it is without Breath of the Wild. So I want to say that they're the same thing. So my top 10 Zelda list is the same, except I'm just going to take Tears and stick it on top.
I will
Breath
say, gun to my head, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. If I had to be shot, like pick your kids, pick your gun, pick Tears and Breath. Tears would win because the abilities and the things that you do and all the little minutiae and flaws that are kind of annoying in Breath have been solved in Tears, but they have to exist together. So I can't say, oh yeah, this game is so much better, so now Breath is number 2. No, they're the same. They're the same.
Was there
That's
a
what I'm
question?
Yes.
No, this is Rob
asking
talking.
you-
In there, right?
Rob said 3 games. I assume one of them is the game that he released.
That's gonna be number 3.
Wait, what
Right.
was I thought the question was, what's your favorite Legend of Zelda?
No.
Yes. So yes and
No?
no. Where do I rank Tears with all the other Zelda games?
How
'Cause we
much
did a whole
bourbon
video.
is inside of Rob right now?
There's a lot of bourbon inside of me and a lot of weed.
It's not your birthday.
A lot of weed. Okay.
No. For Tina's birthday, I drank booze. That's what we do. It's cake. and steak.
Okay. So I don't know how to answer this question because I don't know what the question was. So
Have you
I'm
played
gonna-
Tears of the Kingdom? How much Tears of the Kingdom have you played?
No. I just
He didn't
beat
finish
Breath of the Wild like a month ago, dude. I'm not playing. I'm just being real. Not playing Tears of the Kingdom for like 5 years.
I
So-
suggest that you not play Tears of the Kingdom for 5 years. So for me, I didn't play Breath of the Wild. I finished Breath of the Wild like many moons ago. So walking around Tears of the Kingdom was like, oh yeah, I remember this beat. That's cool. So that's why, Andrew, I'm telling you, like, take your time. Like, do what you got to do. Like, there's no rush to play Tears. And Andrew or Omar, same thing with you. Like, if you just beat Breath of the Wild, like, don't rush into it. Like, it's better when you've forgotten things.
I'm playing Last of Us 2 right now. Like,
me too.
I will contradict that advice and say play Tears of the Kingdom right now. because
every time I play Tears, it pops up. Dan is also playing Tears of the Kingdom. That's my dude, Dan.
Look, I got 6 shrines left, man. 6.
All right. I will live vicariously through you all because I'm a realist. There's no way in hell I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom now. Like, there's just my backlog of video games are ridiculous.
That's fair.
It's ridiculous. Like, I'm just listen. Did you not hear what I said? I'm just now playing Last of Us 2. Now, I stayed away from that one because I love the first game so much. I platinum. That's the only game I've ever platinum. That's the only game I've ever done everything in the downloadable content. But my dumbass brother, yes, my dumbass brother, and my cousin spoiled the big thing that happens in Last of Us 2. The week it came out, and I was like, "Oh, I can't play it. Like, I'm not. I can't, like that. Why would you? Why? Because like, and they were being like really like they were like, "Oh, did you get to this part?" And the other guy was like, "Yo, I did. Can you believe they actually did?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, you guys are freaking stupid! Like, you ruined this game for me." Like. And
they probably figured that you wouldn't play it for 5 more years and you would forget.
I was gonna play it.
Doesn't matter.
It's ridiculous.
Doesn't matter.
But
yeah, because I'm playing that with Jessica Ashcraft right now, viewer of the show, now my friend, because she watched Last of Us and played the first game by herself, and I was like, let's play the second one together because she hates what she calls shooty shoot shoot. So I was like, don't worry, I'll do it. Which is going great, except for you have to like fight dogs, which I don't like.
Oh yeah,
they're bad dogs, so it's okay.
It's
but they're still just regular dogs.
Dude, in Call of Duty,
rabbit wolves.
We had that issue when we started playing Breath of the Wild. It was like, oh no, there's like, I mean, they're wolves, but they're wolves. Dogs. And
actually, that's true. My
kids dude, I was like, give me that fox meat, you cute little wolf.
Yeah, I kill wolves all the time. I haven't killed any foxes.
We started calling them Nazis just so that we could like convince ourselves these are not just regular dogs; they're Nazi.
My kids, they prevented me from like killing the wolves, so I don't kill any wolves. And foxes, of course, obviously, I run away from foxes. But yeah, but Daddy, they're eating you. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna run away. It's fine. Because I know y'all get upset and mad at me. It's fine. It's fine.
So as long as it doesn't have cats, I'm good.
Can you pet the dog? You can't. Oh, last thing about Tears. You can't pet the dog in Tears.
No, but you can pet the dog in Final Fantasy 16.
So that's game number 2, Final Fantasy 16. Maddie, how much Final Fantasy 16 you been playing?
Oh, there was a question that Rob's answering himself.
We beat it.
It's his own question.
Okay,
yeah.
so I have not been playing Final Fantasy 16 because I've been playing Zelda and the kids want to see it, but
That's
like
fair.
the kids are on hiatus. So now I'm getting in all my Final Fantasy 16 because they say the F word, like I say.
It's very Game of Thrones.
Heads are rolling, blood, like it's not.
It sure is a game.
It's like Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones, Final Fantasy.
Yes. Imagine a group that was like, "Man, we really love Game of Thrones. What if we can make that into a JRPG, but not really?"
But also like not Western, but Eastern. Ideal of Western.
Yeah.
Yeah. If like God of War,
we already had games like that.
If God of War and Game of Thrones made love,
have you had Final Fantasy games like that?
It's called Fantasy.
Like
Final Fantasy ain't been Final Fantasy.
And there's one Moogle, and also there's no character development with the main lady.
But there's a Moogle, there's Chocobos. It goes dun 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 dun. So
Sorry,
it's like it's kind of Final Fantasy.
Chocobos.
Yeah.
Chocobos.
They say chocobos.
Rob's question was, I need to talk to you all about
That's my question. Thank you.
Was that at the beginning? I feel like this is one of the panel videos where Dan gets to choose 3 of his favorite games, and Rob's like, let me tell you why you're wrong. And
So I was expecting, I am very much a turn-based JRPG, Persona 5 kind of role-playing game person, kind of playing guy, right? Yeah. But I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy 16, even though it's totally God of War meets Game of Thrones. It's totally an action game. Yeah, but it's fun. And I add on, like, I thought, like, if you put it on the easy story mode, they gave you all these things to make auto hit the button, right? But no, I put it on like story, action based, normal difficulty, and they still gave me all the stuff where I can just do this.
No,
and win.
listen, just do baby mode. You're gonna be sitting there for like, oh god, I can't remember how long they said it was. Like 11 hours of cutscenes. I believe I think I'm correct. 11 hours of cutscenes.
Okay,
That's like the ending of Metal Gear 3.
Metal Gear 4.
Which they're remaking.
Metal Gear 3. I remember I was like, I'm gonna beat this during my lunch break.
No,
my
you're
lunch break
not.
was an hour. So you remember Metal Gear 3, the ending, right? The end. That was the guy you fought.
yeah.
The guy's name was The End, right? And I'm like,
Dude,
oh,
that was
dude,
the best. That's one of the best boss fights in any video game ever. That was fantastic.
5 minutes. I beat him in 5 minutes, right? Dude, I looked at my watch and I'm like, I should have been at work 5 minutes ago. I had no idea that the ending was going to be over an hour. What?
Dude, yeah. Yeah, that was an hour and a half for me. I love that fight. So I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy 16. The story has totally pulled me in. I'm like, hey, I need to go to work or I need to go to bed. No, I'm gonna keep playing Final Fantasy 16. I'm really like it's more mature, very action gamey. I kind of miss turn-based like type things. And I don't know, Manny. This is the question I have for you, Manny. Manny, do you feel like it's a Final Fantasy 16 or does it feel like a Final Fantasy game?
I feel like it feels like another story in Final Fantasy 14, like the MMORPG. Personally,
Yes.
I really enjoy it. I don't feel like it's a Final Fantasy game because there's not a group. There's not like a underdog mentality of it.
No, your dog is with you.
Okay, the dog is great, obviously. But as far as like the ladies in the game,
The ladies are absolutely beautiful. Even like the medic.
beautiful.
I'm like, hey, healer.
Dan, who cares
You
about?
can heal me any day you want to.
Let's talk about Dan's dog.
What's the pupper's name?
Puppy, yes.
Dan, what's your dog's name?
Oh, this is Zygmunt Stardust.
Ziggy.
I was gonna say Shadow Dancer.
Named after Elton John. Very nice.
Named after Elton John.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Wait for it. Oh, you guys know me too well. Damn it. So I went to see Barbie.
Oh, how'd you like it?
We were just talking about
Hey.
that, yeah.
Tomorrow night, and the first third, like the first act, I'm like, oh my god, this is what Wes Anderson would do with a Transformers franchise, because the shots and everything, like Greta did amazing. Like I ended up liking it more than I thought I was going to.
As you should. Greta's amazing.
And
I really want to see it.
it was fun, and not to spoil what happens in it. I think it had a lot more heart than I thought it was going to have. Just went in an interesting way. But yes, the first act, I was like, whoa. Yeah, this is totally Wes Anderson. Like if he did Transformers, which if this movie does well, I can kind of see them doing that with Transformers because God knows they need help after Rise of the
I would
Beast.
love that.
Yes, I know you would. Dan. You guys like Wes Anderson. I don't. Shocker.
I would like it.
This is like the second night in the row that we've talked about Wes Anderson.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, Rob, what's your third game?
Third game, real quick.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one that
Yes.
he worked on, came out.
Oh,
So
okay.
This game comes out August 18th, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. That was intentional, absolutely. We've been working very hard to get the game to you. We did a tech test last month. We did a release event in Austin, and now we're like putting the pins and needles and
Why
writing
Austin
things.
out of all the cities?
Everything's done. So excuse me, what?
Why Austin out of all the cities in America?
Because the game is called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Austin is in Texas, and a lot of the rights holders and the streamers and a lot of things happen. Like the gas station in the film is like 20 minutes from where we were, so we're able to like actually like go do stuff there. So that's why we chose that. So I'm really excited. Like things are
So they
buttoning
actually
down the hat.
did it in Texas instead of like Justified.
Exactly. We're not trying to be fake. We're trying to be authentic. That's what that's what we're trying to be with the game. It's all about authenticity. So that game comes out August 18th based on the film. If you like horror, you like scary movies, you like that in film, we've really tried to reproduce the look and feel of the film, and it's right down the way. And like I was thinking like because I'm the designer for the game, and I'm thinking like, oh, the game design is done. Like I could just chill and play Zelda at work. No, No, I've been really, really rocking. That's why I was a little bit late, just a little bit late to the stream today because we're trying to get stuff done and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's
When
all coming, and I'm really excited to get it in y'all's hand. Please buy the game because you're literally supporting my bourbon and feeding my children. Like I
You got
appreciate
it.
Thank you.
Dude, that's
When you're-
amazing.
when you're
Congrats.
making a game like that, like, are you forced? Because I know like there has to be somebody on your team that does not like horror movies, right? And they're working on a project like that, and then the rest of the team is like, well, you got to watch all the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, like every single one of them, to take inspiration. Like, you guys does that happen? Like, are they like, oh no, you got to watch them all, including the really crappy one with like Matthew McConaughey? And
Yes, the Matthew McConaughey one where you have
remakes,
the fucking leg.
like,
So
is
like
that-
for me, it's not an issue because as you guys know, I like retro like things. Like
Yeah.
So like classic film like is my thing. Like so I'm totally cool with watching like these older movies and getting the feel. And the thing is, like again, you're absolutely right. We watched obviously the game is focused on the original 1974
the
release.
original one? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're mainly focusing on because our game takes place about a year before the events of that film. But we also watch all the others just so we get the look and feel of how things work. Because I like classic film, it's not a problem for me. But some of the there's sometimes people are like, I'm not really a fan of like horror things like that. But like when you're really impassioned for a thing, if you don't like the film, you're like, okay, I want this to be the best video game possible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump into this thing that I might feel a little bit uncomfortable with in order to produce something that is, I don't want it to be good. I want it to be great. So you do the things that you don't know as well, that you feel a little about in order for the best will. What systems is this for? This is going to release on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. So, and there's cross-play with Gen 9 platforms. So like PC people
Hell
can play
yeah.
with PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series people. So
Nice.
I'm excited for it. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So if y'all buy the game, Maddie, I'll give you some DLC.
Hell yeah.
No,
Can you make a sleepaway camp? Oh my gosh! I tell you what,
I don't know how that would work. And it can be
Well, I know how it would
in
work.
this too, James, in a way that you and I know that we cannot share with the rest of people in this video because they haven't seen it.
yeah,
Spoiler.
no spoilers.
I
No
would love.
spoilers for a movie that
I would
came
love
out.
to make a
I
sleepaway
know
camp
spoilers.
game.
Trust me. The ending is so good. I need you guys to watch it without hearing
I
about
think
it. It's important.
the ending is embedded in my brain because I
Omar,
saw it when
don't
I was
say
9 years
anything.
old.
Omar,
As
say
a
nothing.
man, as an adult
Listen,
45-year-old man,
Andrew and Dan and Tina haven't seen it. Don't say anything.
it might freak Dan out.
Your
It
mouth.
might freak Dan out.
That's right. It might freak Dan out.
I was like
Dan
3
is
years
very
old
well.
when this movie came out.
I don't care. Don't tell anybody.
Sleepaway Camp 2.
Elliot guessed it. I don't know how, but don't tell them.
Sleepaway Camp 2 had Bruce Springsteen's sister. She played the lead
What?
because something happens in the sequels that is so ridiculous that you're like,
It's
yeah,
so
okay, that
good.
makes sense. Like
So good.
the thing happens in the sequels that you don't expect to happen, and that's why she's the lead. And it's so ridiculous. I think sometimes the sequels are better than the original one, though.
All right, it's 10 o'clock. I've got to jump. I got an early day tomorrow, but
As do I.
So I plan on watching Oppenheimer in the morning and Barbie in the evening. Is anyone else
Doing
doing the same thing?
Barbieheimer?
You already saw Barbie?